Hill, the gang's all here. Well, except... What the hell are you doing?
I can't get it right.
I was like, Chris, maybe you need to give up for tonight.
I don't know.
You can't bring Big B back on either?
There we are. Hi. Is this Monday? Is J-Mac running things or what?
I don't know. Oh, yeah. That was a good shot right there. Yeah, that was a good shot. You got me. If you got me trying to run the IT stuff and all that, you're in trouble. I'm not. Yeah, I'm not the guy that's going to run all the background stuff anyway. It looks like Chris finally got it figured out.
Yeah.
Good.
Yep.
But go ahead tonight with who all here. Chris, what's going on?
Not much. It's the weekend, so glad to be back on.
Big B, what's up?
Hey, just got off of work. Today is Derby Day for people on the East Coast and Central right now. The fastest or the most exciting 2 minutes in sports entertainment, I guess they call it. So get ready for some horse racing.
Fastest 2 minutes in entertainment. They've obviously never seen me mess around. You're up.
Yeah, I haven't been on in a while. I'll be here until my phone dies. Is it 9% now? So if I leave, y'all know why. We got the Cougar game coming up tomorrow. I'm excited to go attend that. So that should be fun.
Yeah, going to be a great time. I think that's going to be pretty awesome. Man, guys, it's been a long time. Really, it's been a couple of weeks since we've all kind of gotten together to do this.
Yeah.
Been kind of just nuts lately. Everything going on. Great. Isaiah's here. Prepare to hear some stupid takes coming, or stupid comments. Did anyone see the last post he put on Facebook?
About being a hockey coach?
Yeah, because it's the easiest sport in the history of sports to coach.
Oh, my God.
I don't even want to talk about it. It's that bad.
I don't even want to talk about it either. I blocked most of his posts, so yeah.
That was like the worst sports take I've ever heard in my life.
Oh man, it's like I don't even know. Again, none of us would ever want to be a hockey goalie, right? That's got to be the worst thing in sports.
Or soccer or hockey. No.
I mean, at least soccer is like.
Was it coach or was it a goalie he was talking about?
No,
coach.
It was a coach, but still.
Oh,
he said it's an easy sport to play and an easy sport to coach.
Oh, it's an easy sport to play. Okay.
And then
talk to everybody that's played hockey.
Someone asked him how many lines he would run, and he's like, "Lines?" ?
Right.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, out of all the sports to coach, baseball, I believe, is the easiest to coach. I mean, that's just from my experience. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of you're putting the talent out on the field. You just have to go with really. You just have to look at who is hot against what pitcher, in what situation.
Exactly. But hockey being the easiest sport to play, I've never played hockey, but I've had a lot of family and friends play it, and it's not the easiest. I mean, they take rest every 35, 45 minutes or seconds. I mean, each shift. So they're skating as fast as they can. So it's not an easy sport to play.
Nope. Never played
I
either.
can't imagine it being any easier to coach either.
No, it's not gonna be easy to coach either. But think about this: everyone talks about like sports and what's the easiest ones to play. Any of that? Don't forget, these guys are pros. Like professional means that you've. There's such a difference between professional and amateur in every sport.
And the thing is most of these guys, even if they're amateur, they're living and breathing this every moment of the day. I mean, they got their routines down where they wake up, they eat, they relax, they go to the gym, they work out, then they got to go to practice. And then if it's a game day, then it's a whole different routine, So, and some of them work out after they're done playing the game just to wind down a little bit. So,
and
it's
then
not
you're
that
not even talking about breaking down film and film study and all that jazz.
Yep,
there's a lot that goes into it. So,
right. Well, then let me ask you guys questions since we're talking about that difference between amateur and pro. Where do you feel what sport has the biggest divide between amateur and professional?
Football.
Yeah. Because
football.
Because some people call like amateur football professional football, which I guess is somewhat true, but it's not on the professionals like nationally.
Like I know there's some people that would say like the best team in college could be the worst team in the NFL. I don't think so.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not possible, but I actually agree with Tim Hendricks on this. I'm glad someone brought it up. I think it's golf.
As the most complicated, easiest.
I mean, out of how many people do you know in your life that say, "Hey, I've went and played golf," right? Like a lot of people.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. I mean, there's 200 people on the professional tour that make it as a professional.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
I can see where Tim's tracking going. I thought we were talking like like if you're playing every day and make it to the pros, that's what I thought we were talking about. Like you said, going from college to pros. But yeah, if you're just picking up the sport and just going out playing, yeah, there's a big divide between, you going out there and thinking you could be a professional athlete or going out there and just, playing with your friends and stuff. Yeah, there's a big divide in especially golf. I would say that.
Golf for sure. Like I know a guy for sure who's in his 60s now who's probably been playing golf for and mess around knows this guy too. Probably been playing golf for 40 years and he really hasn't improved in that amount of time.
Yeah,
it does take a lot of practice. I mean, I remember when I kind of picked it up more recent a while ago. I was going out 2-3 times a week, and towards the end of the season I could see my golf game improving, and then of course I took it off because I got a different job and stuff and started picking it up again. And I'm back to being, I guess, sucky again, where, if I go out more, I can see myself improving. So golf is a sport that you actually, I think, have to dedicate 100% of your spare time to actually get up there from day one to whenever you decide to not play.
Sure.
I call golf the most
Oh, go ahead.
frustrating.
Sorry.
I call golf the most frustrating fun you'll ever have.
Yep.
Absolutely. And Thomas Burnett says, I say baseball, as a lot of guys that get called up don't make it. I agree with you, except you do get paid to play in the minors. So once you get out of high school, if you do sign into the minors, you are a paid baseball player. Technically, that's professional if you're getting paid for a profession. But you're not wrong. I mean, baseball is a very hard sport. I mean, the hardest thing to do, as they say in all of sports, is to hit a baseball.
Yep.
When you think about it, baseball is a game of imperfections. If you hit the ball 3 out of 10 times, you're a Hall of Famer.
Yep.
So
that's why even if Barry Bonds and all his scandals and all that stuff, he still had to hit that ball no matter what. That didn't help him hit the ball, and
no. And I agree with that. I agree that I mean, you look at the year he had when he hit 73 homers. I mean, the guy walked. He was on base more than he was off base. I think his on base percentage that year was almost 500.
Yep.
Crazy.
That's insane. Thomas Burnett, if you haven't gotten any better after 40 years, it might be time to quit. That could be true with a lot of things. But there's also a lot of guys that are not good at certain things, say with their ladies after 40 years, and they still don't quit. So,
Well, wasn't there recently a Pirate guy that 34, 35 that just got called up and made his major league debut this past week?
Yeah, he was in the minors for 14 years, I want to say. 13, 14 years, and he just got called up for the Pirates.
I say if you're producing, even if it's at a minor league level, you can help your team. Keep going at it. I mean, the day you feel you can't produce anymore and help your team win, then let's talk about retirement. I mean, that could be what's that quote in the movie Moneyball? Everybody has the time, but I can't think of it now. David, but I want to buy. I can't think of the quote now. J-Mac, I know you know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I can't think of the quote. I can't think of the exact quote, but
Well, in the famous words of Michael Scott, you miss 100% of the shots you never take.
Yep, exactly. You are true to that.
So think about that. Like, if you got a shot to do something, do it. And if you fail, at least you tried. And you gave it your all.
Yeah. Yep. So, Chris, remember that. You see that hot girl at the bar. Go take your shot, because if you don't, you're going to fail.
That's true.
Well, and that just, let's not beat around the bush with that either, Big B. As a guy, you're probably, your chances are like 1 out of 100 anyway.
Well, exactly. But if you don't take that shot, your chances are 0 out of 100. So
you're not. No, dude, you're completely right. I mean, your chances are 0 out of 100. You don't take the chance. But as a guy, I mean, that's what we deal in. We deal every day in rejection, right? I mean,
what are you trying to say, David?
And we could be a Dragon Viper, just sit in the corner and talk a talk.
Well, I mean, we all talk a big game, but
yeah,
Dragon Viper once had a sure thing, but he talked a girl out of it.
There is no such thing as a sure thing.
Not when it comes to Dragon Viper.
No, that's for sure. That is for sure. I don't even know with that guy, man. Like, I don't know. I don't even know how to describe that. But okay, here's a topic.
Okay.
Who would be worse to take out drinking with you, Isaiah or Dragon Viper?
I'd say that's a good question. I think honestly, I think they're both equal, but I think Isaiah would be the obnoxious one that would probably get you kicked out of a bar.
Yep, probably. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's I don't know. I see what you're talking about. The obnoxious one that gets you kicked out of a bar. Because there's definitely.
I mean, I've never been. Dragon Viper. I haven't. I see Dragon Viper. The more he drinks, the quieter he becomes.
Oh no.
Okay, that's the vision I get.
No, he becomes more obnoxious actually.
Oh, okay.
But then he overthinks everything, and so, yeah.
Gotcha.
Tim, tell us how you really feel about that. Tim Hendricks says no contest. It's Isaiah. I think we have Tim as a non-Isaiah fan. I think we got.
Yeah, I think it's a love-hate relationship with that. Just like the rest of us and him.
Yeah. Speaking of the Cougars, I mean, their game's tomorrow at 6:00. Their home opener in Cottage Grove. They're 0-2 on the season. They're facing the Portland Fighting Shockwave tomorrow.
Yep.
Chris,
rematch.
What a tough game last week in Salt Lake City.
It was. I mean, they held out.
I mean, they fought to the end.
They did.
It was 16-6 in the end. But I mean, they were fighting that with they had 13 players suit up for the game, and
Wow.
they
And they're
lost
without
16
their
to 6. I
quarterback.
mean, what's that?
Did they lose their quarterback too?
Yeah, and they didn't have their starting quarterback.
Oh no! Who ended up starting?
Alana Talapu,
Okay.
which I believe she's starting again tomorrow.
Okay.
So, but they had, I mean, I think they ended up having three quarterbacks in that game. Alana Talapu played some quarterback, and then Meza played some quarterback, and so did Horner in the end.
Okay. Do we have an update on the starting quarterback for week 1 on how she's doing?
Macy Rennan, yeah, she broke her collarbone, so she is probably done for the year.
Oh.
Yeah.
But from watching the game, one, you guys had a nice view. I'll say that. If anybody hasn't seen it, go watch the replay. Those guys had a nice view to him and Sarge. But to go out there at 13
in more ways than one.
Yeah. So go out there with 13 players, and 11 play each side of the ball, so your resting time is going to be very slim to none. Praying that no one gets an injury. Yeah, those girls battled. From the most part, I saw. I did not see the scoring play, so I don't know how they scored.
It was an 85-yard. It was an 85-yard touchdown run.
Nice.
Yeah.
Who got that?
Kovichar.
Okay, nice, good. I'm gonna have to go back and watch that run. But
she ran
good
for
job to her.
Just 102 yards in that game.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I'll definitely have to go back and watch it. But from what I saw, the girls put up a great fight. Props to both teams. The game looked well played. It just sucks that going in shorthanded. But again, the girls, from what I saw, kept their fighting spirits up there. J-Mac, you were there, so I don't know if you can tell me anything different, but the girls, fought a good battle.
They did, and it was hot, so that played into it also. I mean, it was.
Yeah, that's not good when you don't have much rest either.
Yeah.
No. But we can't thank enough our gracious hosts down there in Salt Lake City. I mean, it was a gorgeous city. The hosts down there were great. All the coaches, that coaching staff, they definitely made everyone feel welcome, and it's a great experience for sure.
So, J-Mac, correct me if I'm wrong. 2 weeks, and we've had 2 different scoring plays of 85 or 80 yards plus.
The first week was 56.
No, I'm talking about Brittany's
for
return.
either team. Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. So yes, 2 scoring plays more than 80 yards. Yep, in back-to-back games for the Cougars.
Nice, that's good.
So, we'll see what happens tomorrow. I mean, I know that we'll have Becky Lubon is going to be going. She said it's her goal this year to lead the team in tackles. She's 42 years old. She said this is probably her last season. So she told us that before the Salt Lake City game. She said that's her goal, and she did lead the team in tackles last week. That was kind of her goal. She had 9 tackles in that game last week.
Now, refresh me. Is she the one? Is she the fighter? Is she the fighter?
No, she's not.
Okay.
Okay. When you watch the game, she's number 42. When you watch the game.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good luck. I hope she reaches that goal. I know football is a team sport, but it's also nice to have.
And she had, and she had an interception last week, so she got her Player of the Game award last week. It was Brittany Pionki in week 1. I mean, we're not surprised there. And actually, it was funny talking to them after the game, talking to Brittany and Becky. They Brittany asked who got Player of the Game, and she was saying, because I know that I'm right up there every game, but and then I told her, well, Becky had the interception, and she said, well, I was going to tell you that Becky deserved it this week. So it's also humbleness on her part to know that someone else. But Pionki had 8 tackles. I mean, that's not a big surprise.
No.
She does everything for that team. I think they lined her up. Big B. One game they won 3 plays on one drive. They lined her up at wide receiver.
Wow.
They didn't have anyone else.
Mm-hmm. Now, if I'm recalling back to the 2-hour presentation we did or show we did with them. Brittany's not a wide receiver type girl. She's more tight end fullback, if I recall. And,
tight end fullback linebacker. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's that.
Yeah, but to be able to line out a wide receiver and to run those routes, I mean that still takes some skills. So, but like you said, it doesn't surprise us. You called her name a lot last year. You called her name quite a bit the first 2 games. So,
But I was really surprised, Chris, this week at the play of Richardson. Like she was huge in the middle of that line. She had a couple of big hits right there in the middle. Definitely those, in the words of Jim Ross, they were just slobber knockers.
They were, yeah.
They sure were. In the middle.
No, I can't wait for the home opener. I know we at Coast to Coast have a big introduction for them coming up, so can't wait to see that.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty awesome. So, what do we got? What else do we got coming up? We got, we're 30 games in baseball now? 31?
Somewhere.
Yeah, we're about a month in. Yep. So here's a question I want to, J-Mac, to bring up. We all know what a perfect game is, right? Nobody reaches base. All 27 up, all 27 down. All right. So the Twins today going into the 6th inning. I saw the highlight. They won 2-0, but the ESPN reports that Twins broke up the no-hitter on a 2-run shot by Max Kepler in the 6th inning. For me, the perfect game would have been broken up with the guy getting on, right?
Yes.
So, yeah, I kind of looked at that and I read it to myself again. I'm like, wait a minute. If he had a 2-run home run to break up a perfect game, that means somebody had to be on unless, I know how Major League likes to change the rules. Maybe now they give out solo 2-run homers. I don't know, but
solo 2-run homers. That's funny. Tim Hendricks will say something once in a while, and I just read it and then I just chuckle to myself. You guys can't see me when I'm off camera doing that, but he says a perfect game is getting a phone number every inning.
Oh yeah,
I'm sure back in the day with Darryl Strawberry and all those guys back in the late 80s, that was probably considered a perfect game back then.
Speaking of baseball, and J-Mac, I know you're not going to be on, but we're going to kind of bring this up tomorrow. Did you see the wild play in the Pittsburgh Nationals game the other day?
Maybe.
Okay, so let me draw it out. There's I believe 1 out. There had to have been a 1 out. Nationals are in the field. Pittsburgh has a guy on 2nd and 3rd. Batter hits a shot to hits a shot to first that the first baseman gloves just before it hits the dirt. He throws over to the run, and the runners from 2nd and 3rd are going. Once the ball was hit, because it looks like it's one of those plays where it looks like it's not going to be caught. It might hit the ground. So first baseman gets it and throws it over to third base, and the third baseman tags the runner from 2nd going to 3rd that's on the bag, and they called a double play. So Pittsburgh argues it. Somehow it gets scored a run, and then the double play still happens. So the announcers are trying to figure out what they're trying to do. Then Washington comes out, coach, and tries to explain their side. So to me, if you call it a double play, first baseman catches the ball barely off the ground, you throw it to third for a double play, the run should not count, right? Because neither runner tagged up. It was like almost a hit and run almost.
Yeah, if they weren't a hit and run and they didn't tag up, that's definitely that'd be.
So the run should count.
The run should not count because it'd be a continuation after the 3rd out.
Yep, that's what I thought too. But the announcers are trying to explain it. The umps are saying that the team couldn't review it because the team went off the field, so it was an unreviewable play. So they still rewarded them the run. So
I don't know.
yeah, I know it was lost to me. So
Yeah.
Sometimes they explain things and then you still don't understand what the ruling was.
yep, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. But Chris's teams are doing very well this year.
They are. I mean, we failed.
Oh no, I'm not talking about Texas.
He's talking about your World Series prediction.
The World Series prediction of the Nationals and the Royals. So the Nationals and the Royals are the third and fourth worst teams in baseball this year. There's only two teams below them. So great job on those picks, Chris. Hope those work out for you. I hope you didn't put a bunch of money on Vegas on those because you're going to lose.
It's still early. It's still early. Just like the Mets fans will say, it's still early.
It's still early. However, the Royals, so we said we're a month into the season of 32, 33 games at this point, right? And the Royals are 11 games out of first place.
Yep.
33 games into the season. That's not good.
Yeah.
So Tim Hendricks says go Royals, and he says the bacon curse, it's fantastic.
Yeah, I know, right?
Because the other curse that happened is that Chris said, and he was adamant about this the entire offseason, he said it would never happen. He said that Rodgers would be the week one starter in Green Bay, and we all know that that's not going to be true now.
No.
Well,
and that's how I knew it wasn't going to be true because Chris was so adamant that it was going to happen.
Well, he was adamant too, but again, if the Jets open up in Green Bay, he's still the week one starter in Green Bay, I guess.
They don't have Green Bay.
Okay.
But we know Green Bay's not on the schedule.
Technicality.
but we know what Chris was going with.
But just going through everyone saying that Green Bay lost that trade, I think they're all nuts. Like we got this year's we swapped picks this year in the first round.
Yeah.
We get a second round next year, which would be a first round, and all that has to happen is that Rodgers plays 65% of the snaps for the Jets. Does anyone think that's not going to happen?
Okay, well, you're right. It should happen, but knowing that Rodgers is the drama queen that he is, and I don't want to say butthurt, but could you see where if the Jets are like 2-5 or 3-6, somewhere in that range, could you see a mysterious injury pop up to where Rodgers does not play 65% of the games or snaps? And kind of stick it to Green Bay?
I wouldn't put anything past that guy anymore, if I'm going to be honest.
And like I said on Morning Tailgate, is if that does happen, if he comes up with an injury, Green Bay better 100% investigate, make sure it's a legit injury.
Absolutely, 100%. Well, here's what I can say. We'll keep it short tonight because we haven't been on in a while, and we got the Cougars tomorrow, so we all need to get some rest for that.
Actually, I got one topic to bring up.
But yeah, I was just going to say, if anyone's got anything to bring up, let's go through it.
All right. Now, J-Mac, you might have experienced this. Chris, you will experience this when you get a significant other.
How did I know
J-Mac,
that was going to be it?
J-Mac, how long have you been with your lady?
You put me on the spot, and that's a really bad spot to put me in.
A ballpark it. I mean,
5.
Oh, okay. So you kind of know what your lady likes. She kind of knows what you like. And I'm not talking. I'm talking in general. Like I'll bring it out. It was deodorant. Okay. So what would happen, J-Mac, if your wife asked you to buy her deodorant? You know what kind she gets, but you happen to buy the wrong one, or what? And you brought it back to her. What would she say?
Well, I don't know if I can repeat those words on the air.
Well, exactly. But you wouldn't be happy, right?
Absolutely not.
Okay, so if she brought you the wrong deodorant and you weren't happy with it, what would her reaction be?
Well, probably either, next time you can get it yourself, or
or deal with it, right?
I guess you're just going to deal with that one because that's the one you got.
Yep. So my wife went shopping. I'm like, hey, can you pick me up some deodorant? She knows the kind I like. She knows I don't like the white powdery stuff. I just don't like it. And so she's like, okay, gotcha. So she brings me home deodorant. I go the next morning, take my shower, open it up. One, it's the wrong kind. And two, it's the jelly stuff that, when you open or you turn the knob to get it to come up,
Sure,
it turns into like string cheese. I don't really care for that stuff. So I was like, you got me the wrong deodorant. She's like, no, you like the gel stuff. I was like, yeah, but one, you bought the wrong brand, and two, you bought the wrong style. She's like, well, you said gel, and that's the cheapest stuff I found, and pretty much you're gonna have to deal with it. I'm just like, now how would you act if I brought the stuff home, your wrong stuff?
But that doesn't matter.
Exactly. So we got to deal with it, but yet if we brought it home, we're getting, we're sleeping on the couch or in the doghouse or whatever,
But it doesn't matter.
I know. You're right.
That's a completely different situation.
Yep.
And I'm not paraphrasing. I'm not paraphrasing. Those are the actual phrases that I've heard in those situations.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's a different situation. But like you said, I mean, she kind of made it, well, get it yourself next time. It's like, why would I make a special trip? You're going out there. We've been together for 10 plus, well, we've been married. We've been together almost 15 years. You should know what kind of deodorant I like. So, but yeah, she just is like, well, get it yourself the next time, or don't ask me to do it. I'm just like, well, if it was me, I brought you the wrong stuff, you would be upset about it. And she's like, yeah, well, whatever.
That's exactly it. Whatever.
Yep, exactly. So, Chris, just remember that. Take in your books of Four Bros dating tips.
I will.
You get the wrong stuff. You get the wrong stuff for your lady. It's whatever. And if she gets you the wrong stuff, it's deal with it.
Pretty much.
Yep.
Pretty much. Chris, what do you got to bring up from the week?
Oh, not much.
Those Texas drivers.
Yeah, pretty much. Slow traffic.
I mean, I do have a question, Chris.
Yeah.
Like, as long as I've known you, I've never seen you get upset. Not once.
I'm not usually wanting to get upset now.
Have I seen you irritated? Does it happen when you're driving ever?
I bet she gets irritated when he fries his bacon crispy.
Probably. Sometimes it gets frustrating in the car. Yeah, people don't want to cooperate on the road.
Oh yeah. Yep. It would be fun to watch Chris watch a Dallas Cowboy game though, and see how stressful he gets.
That would be fun. We should experiment with that one. Like, I think that would be.
We should live stream one of the games this year. Watching Chris watch a football game.
Yeah.
Especially in the playoffs when the time is ticking away. They got 13
when there's
seconds.
14 seconds left, did they take off running up the middle of the field with no timeouts? Yeah.
Yep. Or they line up with one offensive lineman and a quarterback, and they try to throw the ball and do whatever. I don't know. Yeah.
Whatever the hell that was called.
Yeah.
I don't know what that.
I don't know how the offense coordinator was not fired after that.
Well, not right away, but eventually he was.
Oh, he should not have been. I would not have let him back.
No, he should not have left that stadium with the team.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, he should have been on the field still until after the team left, and then he could have gone out in the locker room.
That ranks up there with like the worst top 10 play calls of all time.
And just think if that would have happened in Dallas.
He wouldn't have left the stadium if that happened in Dallas.
No, if that was in Dallas, no.
Hey,
they would have hated him worse than Santa Claus.
I'm looking on Twitter, and it's saying that they're making a Reggie White 30 for 30.
Yes, I saw that. It's going to be called the Minister of Defense.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be pretty awesome. Well, guys, what time is the show tomorrow? Your show?
So more what are we doing? On deck tomorrow will be noon Central, Myself, Crispy said he's got some family obligations, so he won't be there. But Tim Hendricks should be there, and Big Dog Greg should be there, and whoever from C2C wants to join, step on in, and we'll have some great baseball talk.
Yeah, are you guys gonna invite Isaiah on too?
He's on the list of people that kind of like the Hall of Fame. We kind of vote him in. So right now he has to get like 100% of the votes, and he's got 0.
He's got 0. I like that. That's hilarious.
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
we even had some of his family members vote too, and they haven't turned in their ballots yet.
It's still, the jury's still out even on that.
Yep. Yep.
Hey, so before we go, I hear a lot of stupid jokes throughout the week. I hear a lot of stupid jokes, but I actually heard one that actually made me laugh because it was pretty clever.
All right.
I have to think. I have to get it right in my head. So you have to give me a second. Okay, what? So an atheist, right?
Geez.
An atheist, a vegan, and someone with a peanut allergy went to a bar. Do you know how I know?
How?
No, I don't.
Because they all told me.
Oh my God, that's something like my kid would say.
But think about it, because that's all you ever hear about from them is, I'm a vegan, I'm an atheist, I have a peanut allergy. I'm an atheist, I have a peanut allergy. Guess what? No one gives a shit.
Yeah, no kidding.
Well, and then I was hearing this story from a guy. He was telling me that his mom became a vegetarian about 5 years ago. And so they'll go to the restaurant and she'll be like, "Oh, can I get that? But can I get and a bed of lettuce, and can I get this way, and then I need this taken off of this so it can be this way, because I'm a vegetarian." And he's always like, "Mom, no one cares. Just order your shit the way you're gonna order it."
Yep. Yep. And what I like too is some vegetarians, there's certain things they won't eat, but then they'll be like, "Oh, I'll have chicken once or twice a week." Wait a minute, ain't that meat? And then they'll explain how it's okay to have it because it's not the cow, or it's not pork, it's not. It's just like, why don't you just say you don't eat red meat or you don't eat pork, but you eat chicken?
I don't know, because people want to be their own thing.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Well, so for tonight, we're gonna call it for tonight. We got a bunch of stuff coming up tomorrow. Again, catch on deck at 12 Central.
Yep,
Yes.
noon Central. Yep.
So noon Central. That's 9:00 out here. So catch that if you're up early in the morning. And then we got a couple things going on tomorrow, so make sure you catch those. Cougars opening at 6 p.m. down in Cottage Grove. That'll be an awesome show. We'll put that on for you.
So that's 6 your time. So we're looking at 8 Central. 8 Central. Okay.
Yep. We'll see if more people show up there than at a Oakland Athletics game, because it'll probably happen.
Yeah,
for sure. They had like 2,100 people at their last game. That's just stupid. Yeah.
And we'll be talking about some rumors on location and stuff.
Yeah. And the last thing, I mean, it's kind of like Bill Burr said, like when having 2,100 people show up to a 60,000 stadium, a 60,000 seat stadium. Okay. That's not good. That means that the promoter that put that on lost his ass on that show.
Yeah, you gotta figure it. I'm not a mathematician and don't have the numbers in front of me, but they got to be in the red.
I mean, it can't even be close at this point.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm not a financial guy, but yeah, you're putting 2,100 people in the stands at. I mean, let's just say the average ticket is $50. I mean, you're losing. I mean,
that's by the way, that would be like $1,050 a game.
Yeah.
162 games a year. That's like 1.6 million, and your payroll's 30 million. Like you didn't even recoup your money on ticket sales.
Yeah, so you're making all your money on sponsors, and I don't know if they have a TV deal or anything, but
who would watch that?
Well, you're right. Who would watch that? I mean, but yeah, I don't know.
That'd be like tuning in to watch Isaiah explain how hockey works.
that might be more entertaining than watching Oakland A's baseball. I don't know.
But, I mean, well, that's true because they'd say something about the blue line.
You know, we need a network to get Isaiah on and Dragon Viper on and talk hockey.
Oh my god! First off, they have to know what the puck is.
Yeah.
And then
or even talk about greatest San Francisco quarterbacks. You know.
Yeah, right. As long as they didn't talk about Austin Reeves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well, that's it for us tonight, folks. For Crispy Bacon, for Big B, this is J Mac. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great night. Thanks for watching and listening. Lifelong dreams being lived in front of your very eyes. We could not do this without you. And we'll see you all on the other side.
Bye.